Hello everyone and welcome back to a Let's Create a Yule page. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Apart from Samhain. Anyway. Right, this one again, completely improvised. This is my special talent, isn't it? Just improvise my way through life and hope that it ends up being good. And this one did end up being really good. Super love this one. So here I'm showing off all the bits and pieces. I kind of rummaged through all of my stuff and just gathered anything that remotely resembles Yule and anything that has anything to do with it. So I'm showing these off right now. I thought I'd compile them all and have a little cool shot of showing off each component this time. So yeah, I had loads of things. I didn't end up using every one of them because my Book of Shadows is kind of teeny tiny. But I had this to work with, especially this. Oh yeah, I found this postcard, really old postcard from a sister to another sister, wishing her a happy Christmas. But it's like this beautiful embossed like forget-me-not flowers with like gold on it. Oh, love it. Found it at an antique shop. I was like, I'm taking you. I have some stickers lying around. They're kind of pine coney, kind of had that vibe. I had some old like advertising from like way back. I don't know how far back, but way back. And I just really like the style of that old-fashioned advertisements for Christmas. Yeah, I really wanted to try and have that in somewhere. I also had some cards, Christmas cards from last year. I always keep Christmas cards if there's any that are really pretty, like this one. And then a stag one as well. I always think about stags at Christmas time and at Yule time. Definitely wanted a stag in there. I don't know why I picked this one out. I think it's just because it was a skeleton on a cake. I was like, cake? Sure. That'll do. I don't think I used it in the end. I had my special gold text thingamajigs, and then I had this. This is a recent thing, and I was like, it was like a mesh, like a white paper mesh, and it had like these dots on it that to me looked like fallen snow. So I was like, perfect, gonna add those. I had this really cute paper, this like note paper, and it was kind of like, it had that like, those like, I can't think of the word, like it was like a doily type edge to it, and I was like, definitely gonna use that. Then I just had bits of brown paper. I've forgotten if they even came into it, I don't know. I had these embellishments. I was kind of obsessed with these. I bought a whole packet of them and I now use them all the time. I don't think I use these in the end because it got a bit busy again. Got a bit busy and the book is now again twice the size that it should be. And then I had this little bell and it sounds like a sleigh bell, so I was like, perfect, I'm going to use this as some sort of bookmark, a bit like I did with the Samhain page, where I had my little witch hat. And I had ribbon, again a new thing, a new purchase. I had this, oh it's so nice, look at it! It's like so nice, it's like a like leafy, natural looking thing. And then I had this, which it's a ribbon, but it's not quite ribbon, it's more like a ropey texture. It's like this thin rope. And I knew I wanted to put this in somehow. I've been a bit obsessed watching other people's videos lately and they always have ribbons hanging out and I was like, I'm gonna do that. So, now I can speed this up. First of all, I wanted to do a tag because I really liked the 𝒹𝒹 page tag that I made. And I wanted to kind of do a similar thing for this one. So this is me planning that out. And as I plan it out, I can talk to you a little bit. So how are you doing? How are you guys doing? Are you alright? What do you think about Yule? I have mixed opinions about Yule. Well, actually, it's more Christmas. It's like Christmas and New Year. I have mixed feelings. Mixed feelings about those. For personal reasons. They're not the best time of the year for me. So again, when I discovered witchcraft, that all changed. Like, I really, again, have a lot to be thankful for witchcraft. Because I used to be literally the Grinch at this time of year every year, like proper full-on Grinch. Just so miserable, didn't want to participate, didn't want to do anything because I was just feeling ill all the time and just did not want to be festive in any way. But then when I started treating Christmas as Yule instead, it suddenly became a reason to celebrate again, to celebrate new beginnings, and just kind of celebrate it in a different way, in the non-conventional way. Because I always get a bit fed up with how commercialised Christmas has become. The fact that they put stuff out for Christmas in the middle of August, I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I love that witchcraft gave me a reason to enjoy Christmas again and just treat it as Yule instead. So I don't know if you saw that where I threw the tag away. Yeah, I just kind of I was like, I was going to use the green tag, but then I suddenly was like, hang on a minute, I can just make my own tag. Why not just make my own one instead? Because I had all this card to work with, so I was like, I'm going to use the back and the front and create my own tag, which turns out so well, and I'm so happy with it. I'm so proud of it. So yeah, do you guys celebrate Yule? Is Yule one of your personal favourites, or is it one that you sometimes celebrate and then sometimes don't? Or is it one that you just completely don't really care about? I've seen people with mixed opinions. Some people don't even do any Sabbats at all, but they're still a witch. You don't have to celebrate if you don't want to. If you're not in the mood, don't do it. That's my advice. Don't feel pressured to celebrate just because everybody else seems to be jolly, jolly, jolly. So yeah, this is where the ribbon comes in. And it's such a good idea. So I'm thinking I want these little leafy bits of the ribbon to stick out of the tag to form like this cool little edge to the label. So I go ahead and try and do this, improvising my way through it as always, and trying to figure out whether I want the kind of browny goldy side at the front or do I want the green. And I think I go for green. Yep, looks like it. This page was really chill. It was a chill page this time. It wasn't chaotic like the Samhain one. It was a much more calm and relaxing one. It was a little bit fiddly again in places, but it turned out to be a lovely little thing to do. I kind of saw this as my little way of celebrating, because just being creative is a way to celebrate these things. So yeah, I put the front on like that. And then you've got the little bits hanging off the side, and I was like, oh my god, I'm a genius. And I love that picture of a stag, it's so cute. As always, these Let's Make a Page videos tend to be on the longer side, because I really do take my time when I make my pages, because even though I'm being filmed while doing it, I don't want to feel pressured to go any faster than I would normally. So that's why my format is to speed up the footage afterwards and then do a voiceover. It works a lot better. Imagine if my videos was just like 5 hours of me just trying to make a page with me rambling on about who knows what. I don't even think I could talk for that long, to be honest. So this format is perfect for me, to just do a little voiceover instead. There we go. The tag. It looks so good! I remember when I was doing it, I was like, if I kept the sound, you'd probably be hearing me going like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is the best thing I've ever made. So I didn't want to stick it down, because I felt like it kind of ruined the rest of the ribbon on the inside, so I thought I'm just going to staple the bottom of this, just to hold it together. And that meant that I have the option to open it up like that, and then kind of use it a bit like a pocket if I needed it to be. So I have a single hole puncher, and I use this to punch a hole in the top, and voila, all of a sudden it's a tag. And then I can slide anything that I want inside it. I was thinking I might like go find some holly leaves or something outside and then maybe slide that in there. Yeah, it just felt like the right thing to do. So I rummaged through some tags that I already had, and I thought, some white string I'm gonna steal the string off of one of my already existing tags, and then copy the way it was tied up, and then tie it up like that, and then voila, there you go. You can look at them, you can tell by my hands I'm like, ah! I'm like, this is the best thing ever. I'm just flinging it around like, look at my creation. Amazing. Very proud of that. What was I saying about video length? Oh yeah. My videos always tend to be long form content when it's make a page style. But I don't think that's too much of a problem. I like watching long form content of this particular category. It's kind of good as a background video, you know? It's like one of those videos that you can kind of chill to and you don't have to watch, really. And it's good to get ideas and inspiration off of other people as well, so if I can do that for somebody else, makes it all the more better, doesn't it? So I decided to write Yule on the front of this tag, just in case anybody wanted to know what it's about. And then I had this stamp, again a very old stamp, from my collection of old stamps from that family member. And I thought, I'm going to put it on the tag, because it kind of makes sense. So here's me trying to think, where do I put this thing? And I think I decided to put it on the back. Yep, I do. There you go. Get that stag imagery in there. And then I thought maybe I'll put these stickers on as well. I had these really cute stickers that were like, I'm not sure what the actual plant or berry is. I just saw red berries and I was like, yep, that screams Yule, doesn't it? So I decided to put one on the back, I think. This is sped up because, but this is me trying to get the sticker off, like, bloomin' heck. I couldn't do it for the life of me, it took so long. But eventually I get it. And then I just put it neatly there. Gently does it, because these really, they very easily break, these ones. They're like so thin. So just very delicately put that down. And I believe that's the back of the tag done. And I love the gold that's on the back as well. And then the green is at the front. And then I'm thinking, is there any other things I can do to add to this tag? So I decided to go for gold text. And it's blessed, I believe it says. Yeah, blessed. A very good keyword for Yule. And then I couldn't help myself, I had to add a little golden heart as well at the top. Again, very delicately, trying my best to be perfect. And shiny, shiny, I do love my shiny. Making sure it's all good. And yeah, there's space there for a pocket. I could maybe put a feather in there or a leaf or anything really. But either way, that's the tag. Here is me still admiring the tag. And here's our friend, the silver pen. And I was so desperate. I was so desperate to use that, to add to the tag. I was like, I wanted to make a border so badly. And I stopped. I stopped myself. Character development right there. I was like, no, 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 no. Less is more. Less is more. So here is my book of shadows. It's time to actually think about the page itself, because all I was thinking about was the tag. I didn't even think about the main page. So it's time to get my book of shadows out. As you can see, the book of shadows is so big now that I have multiple ties. It's all tied together now because it won't actually close anymore. So I have like all these different bits to keep it together. This was never my intention with this book, to make it bulky. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. And then while I'm there, I just have a brief moment to just look at my previous pages. My Samhain page, still my fave. My little ghosty boy. I love him. I love that little ghosty boy. That Samhain, that whole Samhain page. So over the top, but so worth it. That one was great. My Witch's Road, 𝒃𝓁𝓁𝓈𝓒𝑒 page, also a great one. And then my little self-care spell jar page. A cute little idea that was. So now I'm trying to think, where on earth can this one go? And I quite quickly discovered that this little page in between, this little 2-page spread would be perfect. So now that I know where I'm working with and what I'm working with, I now see whether the tag even fit, which thankfully it does. Imagine if I'd have done all of that and it didn't even fit. So I quite quickly decided that this lovely note paper would go on this side. Unfortunately, it was too big though, which I was disappointed with. I was like, no, I can't fit it all in one page. I was really hoping I could. This, for sure, like I bought this knowing that it would be in my YULE page. And I knew that I wanted to just paper clip it to the page instead of, I didn't want to stick it down or anything. I didn't want to damage the thing. I wanted to make sure I could remove it whenever I wanted. Because the writing on the back is so sweet. Like, I've no idea who they are or anything, but it's just a sister writing a happy Christmas to her sister. It's the cutest thing ever. So, in order to make this fit, I decided to cut off 2 sides. I chopped off the bottom side and then the inside side so that I'd be left with 2 frilly edges that just poke out slightly, but it's pretty much a perfect fit. Yeah, literally perfect fit. And then those bits that I cut off, they come back in eventually. So I end up using them, thankfully. Again with stickers, I had these stamp-like stickers. Both very Yule vibes going on. I decided on this one. And I thought it'd look pretty cute in the corner. So carefully place that down. Perfect. Again, just very carefully because it's very easy to break. And then I think I get writing. So I put winter solstice because that's also a thing. Some people call it Yule. Other people call it winter solstice. And very unlike my Samhain page, I don't do lots of writing, but I do. It's here. Silver pen. Yep, there you go. Can't avoid it. Has to be used every time. Yeah, so I did a little teeny weeny little paragraph. Not even a paragraph, it's more just like a sentence kind of explaining what Yule is and what it represents in as fewer words as I could. In my nice swirly curly whirly handwriting as per usual. And then I think after writing that, I do some keywords. So it's just a tiny bit of info about what the actual Sabbath is, followed by just simple keywords that I associate Yule with. I think it was something along the lines of like about honouring. Can't quite read it. Because my hand is in the way, because I'm a left-handed person, so it's always going to be in the way. Yule, what did I put? Yule marks the longest night of the year and honours the return of light, symbolising new beginnings. There you go. New beginnings being the key word there. That is me getting angry with my pencil. I even point at it like, stay there. So now, as always, I'm retracing my writing with the black pen. And I know I keep saying it, I keep repeating it, but I'm going to every time. I write it in pencil first because I'm a perfectionist and I don't want to get it wrong. But then I actually really like the fact that I have to write things down twice instead of once, because I feel like it really locks it in. It makes me have to think about each word twice. Like, I think that in itself is like a kind of ritual thing. Because it feels like I'm giving it way more attention by having to write it twice. It is so cold right now, I can't even tell you. It is so cold. I'm under my heated blanket right now. That is ice cream. That is a McDonald's ice cream. Why is that on film? Why was I eating ice cream in winter? This video is not sponsored by McDonald's, although I wish it was. Yeah, anyway, it's so cold. Oh my god, it's so cold. It's freezing. Absolutely freezing. I'm under my electric blanket at the moment as I'm recording this. And I've also got that thing on, that like the fireplace 24/7 live stream thing on YouTube. Do any of you use that? It's so nice. It's like the illusion that you have an open fire right next to you. It's so nice. I like the ambience. I like the crackling sounds of the fire going. And even though it's like not Christmassy, it's got that vibe, hasn't it, of like, oh yeah, cozy warmth by the fire. I love it. I'm rambling. Keywords. Writing down all the keywords. Just kind of off the top of my head. So I put protection. I think I've put protection. Protection, blessings, manifestation, celebration. I think I put family, friends, home. Yeah. So yeah, character development I think here, because I'm kind of doing less than I would normally do. I'm trying to think less is more. Let's try and have it simple but effective this time. Let's not have foldy outy pages and different interactive things and all that. Try and keep it nice and simple this time. Gratitude as well. Oh, and there's the gold pen. I do love the gold pen too, just as much as I like the silver one. I think the silver one, I think I like that better, but the gold is also great. Silver and gold, I love that combination. So yeah, here I'm adding friends and family and home. I just needed a few more words to fill in the space, and I was like, yep, definitely friends, family and home. And I think that's kind of it, apart from a couple of stickers I believe I put on this. Just a couple, because I couldn't help myself, you know, I had to add something else. Of course I did. So yeah, add this in the corner. These like pine cone looking things. And then there's a kind of, I think it's holly leaves, I'm not entirely sure, but they felt right. They felt right. And I thought they looked kind of cool, just sat at the top of the stamp. Kind of debating where to put it, but I decided on the top of the stamp. Kind of like the growing out of it, I thought would be pretty cool. I had my nails painted green especially for the occasion. The stuff I do for you lot, eh? You gotta have nice looking nails, right, when you're doing videos like this, come on. And then I think these are more pine cones, I think. And then they go in the corner like that. I'm pretty sure that's where I end this page. I'm debating. You can tell by my hands that I'm like, do I add more? Shall I add more? Yeah, and then I decide that looks kind of cool. I can put the postcard on top of it like that. Oh, I do add more, of course I do. Silly me, how could I forget? I add another gold keyword, which I think is thankful. Thankful. Which actually I'm glad I did that, because it kind of ties it in with the tag. And it's already coming together really well. It's like I could even just leave that as is and it would still be fine. I was half debating turning that into a pocket, so only sticking certain sides down and then having the postcard slide into it. But then I was like, no, because the point of the postcard was that the postcard was going to be visible. So in the end I don't. So now I'm thinking about the other side of the page, what I'm going to do with that. And I was like, this other card image would make a really cool background. It's a little bit busy, but I kind of like that. There's the random skeleton on a cake, which I don't use. And there's my old advertisement. And I'm like, I want to use it all though. I've got all these cool things. I want to use every one of them, but I can't. So yeah, now I'm trying to think, how can I put this on this other side? And I'm like, I think I'm going to rip it. I'm going to go to the classic technique of mine, which is to just rip the page. There's just something about ripping paper that I just really like. I think it's because my perfectionist then has no control over the end result. Because when you rip something, it's like you don't have as much control over it. So it's kind of, you get what you're given, kind of thing. And it also, like, just instantly looks way cooler, in my opinion. More scrapbook vibes. So that fits in nicely. And it looks less busy as well, actually, now that it's ripped. Take the corner off because the page had a weird angle on the bottom. So I had to kind of work with the page. And this is where my ribbon comes in, my little ropey ribbon. And I'm trying to think, how can I attach this? And do I have it on top of the thing, or do I have it below it? And I think I decide that I go for the top and the bottom. I originally wanted it just down that one side, but I ended up doing 2 bits of it, top and bottom, which I'm actually really happy I decided to do that. So now I'm thinking about adding some sort of quote onto this page. I wanted a nice little quote, because I'm a sucker for quotes. I get my special scissors out, which are actually children's scissors for arts and crafts. But it's great. I use the brown paper, cut out a couple of strips. Part of me didn't want to cover up the image, but at the same time I was like, I really want to add some sort of quote though. So that was the plan. Improvising my way through life. I can't remember the quote off the top of my head. I think it was, what was it? Let me think. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. May your demons... It was something like, may your demons slumber and your wine glass be full. It was something like that. I just looked up quotes online and that was the first one that kind of hit me, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. Do I drink wine? Nope. Nope. I don't drink, so why have I got a drinking quote? I've no idea. It resonated with me, so I was like, yeah. That's when I suddenly thought, what about this little spare bit of the other card? What if I use that instead? To try and tie it all together again? And I was like, yeah, maybe just use this offcut of the other card for the rest of the quote. I kind of like the scrapbooky chaos look about it. And I like the idea of like bringing back like the leftovers to use. So I get my more intense black paint pen out to write the rest of the quote on. Yeah, I think it's the slumber and your wine glass be full. I think I just saw the word demon and I was like, yeah, I love me a dramatic quote, I'm going to use it. And I kind of see it as like, not exactly like wine in particular, Because when I think of cups, I think of the tarot cups, like the whole like suit of tarot, the whole cups thing about emotions, and that filling up a glass of anything, just to me that symbolizes emotional stuff. So it's like me saying, I'm gonna put my demons to rest at this time of year, and I'm gonna fill up my symbolic emotional cup of all the good things instead of the bad things. That's my interpretation of that quote. So now I'm sticking those down. And there you go. Perfect! And the Christmas card is all shiny gold as well. I love shiny. I'm obsessed. Yeah, part of me did want to put that other sticker that I left behind on it, but I was like, nah, it's too full now. It's getting in the way of the image. I didn't want to spoil it too much more, because it was getting very slowly covered by other things and overwhelmed by other things. Because now here I'm putting this ribbon thing on. I'm trying to think, how do I attach this? No idea. So I'm like, fine, okay, I'm gonna start by just putting the page down. Let's just start there and see what happens. Have I told you how much I love this roll-on sticky tape? It is such a lifesaver. And it's so satisfying as well. I'm trying to think, which way do I want it? That way, or that way, this way? In the end I decide this way. Securing it in as much as possible. This book doesn't have the best page sort of style, like the surface layer of the page. They're almost like fabric-y. So gluing things down is a bit tricky. Things don't stay glued very well, but the roll-on sticky tape does a pretty good job. So yeah, this is where I'm like, yep, I'm gonna put 2 bits of this ribbon, one at the top and one at the bottom, so that when the book's closed, I've got this cool frilly little edge that pokes out at both ends. And I like how it's kind of falling apart as well. The perfectionist in me doesn't, but I think it looks really cool. The way that it's all like frayed and it's like a mess. And it's like falling apart over the edge and all that. I actually really like that. I like the messiness. So yeah, I secured the had to secure the tag thing somehow before I added the ribbon. So I decided to use the bit of washi tape that I had already out waiting. It gets covered by the ribbon, unfortunately, but the little bit of tartan style patterned washi tape was perfect to secure the tag down. And because it's washi tape, it's like I could always peel it off if I ever wanted to remove the tag for any reason. It was just enough to hold it in place. So now I'm positioning the ribbon thing. And I think think I go to my trusty stapler for this job again. I've really started using the stapler now a lot. This is such an old stapler as well. Like, again, it's from my like college days, school days even. I'm just happy I kept all of it. So yeah, I really awkwardly staple it down. It's kind of loose. And yeah, like on purposely pulled out that bit that is like fraying on the edge. This is me admiring it. And then I think I'm like, let's not stop here, let's add a bottom layer as well. Why not one? Let's just have two instead. I remember when I was cutting this ribbon, I actually really hurt myself. I like stabbed my finger with the scissors. Hurt like hell. I'm glad the microphone, or the sound, is turned down. Or you would have heard some language out of me. So yep, now I've got this one in place. Time to staple it down. And I love how it just suddenly brings the entire thing to life. It's like that was the missing piece of the puzzle there. That ribbon rope thing just absolutely transforms it, in my opinion. And there with the little tag. That side is now done. And there you can kind of see what I mean by the little frilly bits just hanging over the edge. Looks so cool. I love it. There's me like, do I add more? Do I? And then I give up. I'm like, no, leave it. It is fine how it is, leave it. I double checked that I can actually close the book. I didn't think about that before. Thankfully I can, it's fine, nothing gets in the way, we're all good. And now this page can go down, finally. Just measuring it up, making sure it looks good. Still debating whether or not to turn it into a pocket. I'm still debating whether maybe I should slide that into it as like a pocket or something. I was determined to use this piece, but I had nowhere for it to go at this point. So in the end, I was like, what if I just like really randomly add a tiny piece of it to this? Because I really liked the font for that title where it says Christmas Exhibition. Just the font was really cool, and I was like, that's the way I can incorporate it into the page. And it was fine because I have multiple of the same design, so it's fine that I chopped it up into pieces, it's fine. So yeah, I decided to remove the word Christmas and exhibition and put those at the top and the bottom like that. A bit overkill, I'll admit, a bit overkill. It's not really needed. But at the same time, I really like it. I think it works. If you can hear banging outside, that's because there is banging outside. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, stuck those down. Christmas exhibition. Something about it screamed like childhood joy. When you think of Christmas exhibition, you're like, ooh, that sounds like a good time. That sounds like a place I'd want to go to. More banging outside. Shush! I'm trying to film. Here we go. This is what I meant by the the random leftover cut-offs end up coming back in. You know, when I was saying less is more, I abandoned that concept for this part of the page. I was doing so well as well. I was doing so well. I was sticking to it, the less is more thing, and then suddenly, nope. No, more is more. More is more. In my world. So now that I've decided not to turn it into a pocket, I'm just going to glue the entire thing down. Super satisfying, as always. Stop banging, I'm filming. Actually, you probably won't hear that because I'll have some fancy Christmas music playing, I'm guessing, in the background too. Try and secure this down. As you can see by my hands, I had to be really brutal with it. I was like, had to really get that stuck down. It was like, it was a bit not wanting to stick down. But in the end, it worked. And now look at it! Suddenly it's like, so nice. This is when I was like, I created something. Out of all of those random bits and pieces, I actually made something out of them. Yay! Improvisation for the win! And yeah, these side bits, I thought if I put these two bits either side like that, then it kind of makes the two pages join together in a way. They match now, instead of being super random. So yeah, I awkwardly stick these two bits. And it just kind of creates the sense of the two pages are a double spread that are both together. It's like it was one of those waste nothing kind of deals. And there we go. I don't think I do any more to that side. I keep saying I'm done with it, but then I end up with something else. Oh, the sleigh bell, yeah. Apart from the sleigh bell that I attach at the top. Was that me clapping? Was I clapping myself? Was I literally like giving myself a round of applause? I think I did. How embarrassing. Anyway, the final element was this. I was so happy with this piece. This white mesh thing that looked like snow. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with this, like, from the very start. That whatever I created, I would have this over the top of it. As a little interactive element. A bit like the tag, just something that you can, like, move out of the way. So I'm trying my best to cut it down to shape. And it looks like there's snow fallen on top of it. It was just the most perfect piece of random rubbish that I had. So perfect for the occasion. So when I got that where I wanted it, back in with the staple. And now you can fold it up like that. You can kind of read through it as well. But I just like the interactive part of it and the texture part of it. I like having textures, like different textures and different interactive bits and pieces. It was a little bit flimsy, so I just secured it with another 2 staples just to secure it a bit more. And yeah, there you go. You can fold it up and over. Or you can leave it like that. Perfect! And then the last piece of the puzzle. The gorgeous antique old postcard. The writing is very hard to make out, but you can make out that it's definitely a sister who is writing to another sister. And I just thought it was so cute. I love forget-me-nots as well, like the actual flower. Because the forget-me-not is kind of like used a lot in the ME community. That's my chronic illness for anyone who's not seen my other videos. So that was kind of cute that it had that as well. And just the gold gilding on it as well, and like the embossed flowers, and oh yeah, loved it. I'm almost debating adding more to it. I was like, can I possibly have like this extra bit involved by putting it in the tag? So I just give it a go. But I think as soon as I do it, I'm like, absolutely not, that's awful. Why did I even think of that? Yeah, I'm like, should I like put this little extra bit into the pocket? Just so there's that extra element. And then I instantly just went, nope. That looks awful. I'm just like, no. Nah. But I think a little leaf, like a real leaf, would be kind of cute in there, maybe. Like maybe every year I could get like a leaf from the garden and then like refresh it every year or something. That'd be cute. That'd be a cool idea. And then because I can't help myself, I just added 1 extra little word to the white mesh bit at the bottom. I've forgotten what word it was. What word does it say? I can't quite see. Good times? Good times? Is it? Sorry, the screen's really little when I'm doing this. When I'm doing the voiceover, I only have a teeny weeny little screen to look at. But that is it. That was that. The end result. It is done. And it worked perfectly. Final edition, the sleigh bell. And the reason I left that extra bit of tag rope was because I knew I wanted to add the sleigh bell onto it. So I, again, very, very awkwardly try and attach this thing. Very fiddly. Your girl was struggling with this one. Anyway, while I'm doing that, I actually have a couple of things like announcement-wise that I've not had a chance to say yet in a video, so I'm just going to say it now. I've started using the community tab area on my YouTube. You might have seen it or you might not. But yeah, I've started that as like a mini blog area and like an update area, so please check that out if you want to. And then what else is new? Oh yeah, TikTok. I've joined TikTok. I've only got like a couple of videos. I've got my Book of Shadows tour, but the silent version of that, which is kind of a nice little ASMR no voice type thing. So you can view that over on TikTok. You'll see all of the stuff, all the links in my Linktree link in my bio. And that's it. Done and dusted. Perfect. And now I think it's thumbnail time as always. Where have I gone? Oh, there I am. Yeah, now I'm just thinking, thumbnail. Time to show it off. So yeah, my nice little handmade tag, which I was very proud of. The lovely green leaves poking out of it. My favourite part. The beautiful, beautiful postcard as well. The little sleigh bell is my bookmark. The nice little quote underneath it and the very cute picture from the other Christmas card. The little stamp as well, very cute. May your demons slumber and your wine glass be full. Yeah, that ropey ribbon, just, oh, I love it. Something about it. And then the little postcard, which you can remove and take out of the paperclip. It's a little love heart paperclip as well, a little brass love heart. So you can take that out and you can read the back of it and admire it. It's kind of got like a silky touch, that postcard. It's got like a silk feel to it. Then you've got your mesh, snowy mesh, and then I've got the keywords and the tiny bit about what Yule is. Little keywords, a couple of stickers. Very simple but very effective. Lovely little outliney, doily type edging to it was perfect. I was really admiring it. I was like, I love my little creation. Put the postcard back in, not the easiest thing to do, but it's fine, it works. It works, it's fine. I'm just glad that I got to use that postcard as I hoped to when I bought it. Still admiring everything. And then I'm closing up the book, closing up shop. Hoping and praying that everything actually fits, because I didn't think about that. I just went for it. So yeah, it fits well. Fits well, works well. Yes, the book is overflowing now. I can't lock it anymore with the lock that it has. Jingly jingly sleigh bell, which I've got a little video at the end just to show you that it is a sleigh bell and it works. So yeah, here look, you can see the sleigh bell that I'm trying to show off with no sound, and the little wispy bits of that ribbon just poking out the edge, out the top and the bottom, and it's just like all of a sudden the Book of Shadows has a whole new life to it, which I loved. Yeah, I'm showing it off. I'm like, look at this at the bottom now. It's got like a top and a bottom bit of ribbon sticking out, and it's great. There's my little witch hat for my Samhain page. That just sits on the top like that, and the sleigh bell as well. And that is complete. Another one done. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, I felt that was a really creative page. And here we are with a little demonstration. Told you! Told you, it's a sleigh bell. Aggressive sleigh belling. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, I just wanted to show it off like from a different angle, because it's like, it looks so much better up close like that. I'm just showing it off. Whoop! Ignore that lady in the background. Don't tell YouTube. It's a goddess statue, I swear. Anyway, if you've made it this far, yet again, thank you. It means the world, it really does. I hope you all have a fantastic, peaceful Yule, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye now.